Hi everyone, NZ Tech Freak here again for Android NZ, and this time we're unboxing yet another Android tablet today. This time it's the Samsung Galaxy Tab 7.7 this time, and probably a lot of you are actually beginning to wonder if this thing was a unicorn or some piece of vaporware, because it's taken Samsung a long time to bring this one to the market, and with other things like the Asus 7-inch Tegra 3 powered device coming up soon, you have to sort of wonder whether this is going to find a place in the market. But be that as it may, I saw one for order the other day and decided to snap it up because I'm just as curious as a lot of you are to see what the first Super AMOLED Plus, so full True Stripe Matrix AMOLED screen is going to look like at 720p. So let's get on with it. Beside it, of course, we've got a Galaxy Note sitting there. I thought it might provide a useful basis for size comparison. So we've got the Galaxy Tab here, and that feels superb in the hand. Looks absolutely wonderful. We'll just take that off screen for a while and check out what else is in the box. Don't expect a lot these days. So some instruction manuals, no doubt someone reads those. Charging unit and the plug to go with it, USB cable, and you'll notice on both the charging and USB cables that they have a proprietary connector. Thanks for nothing, Samsung. Some earbuds to fit the no doubt thoroughly average buds that come with it. So that's all that's in the box, and I guess while it's proprietary connection, I am at least thankful that the charging unit has its own one separate to the USB connection, because previously I know on my I/O 10.1 Galaxy Tab that you had to use your USB cable in the charging unit as well, which means you're always forever unplugging this from your computer, plugging it into the charger. Just got a bit annoying, so at least they've stepped things up a little bit there. Let's have a look at the device itself. Okay, now that we've pulled away the plastic wrapper off each side of the device, let's have a quick look at the thing itself. Now, first of all, this feels absolutely superb in the hand. It's 7.9mm thick, feels built extremely solidly thanks to the awesome material Samsung have chosen here. So we've got kind of a soft touch brushed aluminium or some other metal here at the back, and a different metallic look material at either end, which I suspect is actually a plastic to facilitate stuff like Wi-Fi and GPS reception. So Samsung don't appear to have made the same mistake that the Asus engineers made with the Transformer Prime. Of course, adorning the back, there's only the 3 megapixel camera unit there with an LED flash. Left hand side of the device we've got a micro SD slot, and I've taken the liberty of putting my 64 gig micro SD XC card in there, so the device is actually powered on, just running in the background and doing a media scan and so forth, so we'll see if that's working soon. Bottom of the device we've got the speaker grills and the horrible proprietary connector, but sort of starting to get used to that now on all of these tablets. And the reason I say this is the bottom of the device, of course, is that the Samsung logo is actually printed here, so they're picking that you're mostly going to use this in the portrait orientation. And although this is the Wi-Fi only model, if you get the 3G model you can actually make phone calls on it. I can't see many people wanting to do that, but again, another little nod to the fact that Samsung expects this to be used in portrait orientation. We've got microphone hole here at the bottom, and if I can get it to show up in the light properly, at the very top of the device we've actually got an earpiece grill. So that's how Samsung sees people using this device. And finally, on the right hand edge we've got a power button, a volume rocker, and at the top we've got the 3.5mm audio jack, and that's actually a slightly unusual placement for that, given that Samsung is expecting people to use the device in this orientation. But be that as it may, that's where they've put it. I imagine other design dictates why that ended up being there. But anyway, let's power it on, and of course we'll be looking at Samsung's gaudy TouchWiz overlay for Android Honeycomb 3.2 in this case, and so we can see the usual kind of bright home screen look that you're accustomed to seeing on Samsung phones and tablets, and I don't know if it's really showing up very well in the video, but this screen looks absolutely stunning. Now, I mentioned before that this is a a real stripe matrix, so it's not a pen tile Super AMOLED screen. So this is the first true stripe AMOLED HD screen, and it actually has the highest pixel density of any tablet to date, and it really does show. While the Transformer Prime screen looks absolutely brilliant, you can of course see jagged edges and pixels here and there, whereas here they're much more smoother. Now this is not a retina display by any means, so you can of course see pixels if you look really carefully, but in comparison with other tablet screens this looks absolutely amazing, due in no small part I guess to the fact that it's an AMOLED screen, so black is black, contrasting colours just really pop. I guess just to quickly demonstrate that, let's jump into Dice Player. So I've loaded it up with all my apps. There's Dice Player, and let's say play our Monsters Inc. trailer. And so this is 1080p, it's an MKV with external subjuicing shown on screen there, and this actually has an 11,000 kilobit per second bitrate, so very high bitrate, and playing just flawlessly as I expected it to be, since this is running on a 1.4 gigahertz dual core Exynos system on a chip, the same one that was used in the Galaxy Note and in the Galaxy S2, albeit at a slightly lower clock speed. So as you can see, playing beautifully and absolutely looks superb on this screen. Possibly difficult to pick up just how good this screen looks on a YouTube video, but at any rate, that's the brief sort of hardware tour and a very quick look at this incredible screen. And obviously we will be bringing some comparison shots and videos with the Prime in time. I just want to jump to settings now, and very quickly we'll see, jump to the storage settings, and we'll see SD card. So it's detected it's there and it's playing the video from it, can read all 59 gigs, so basically the card is working, which is fantastic. So that's the Samsung Galaxy Tab 7.7 unboxing and hardware tour. Played one video just to show you how absolutely stunning this screen looks, and obviously we'll be back with our usual full video playback shootout and connectivity demos very soon. And just finally, just wanted to compare this one to, say, the Samsung Galaxy Note. I'll just put that screen on full brightness also. So you can see, despite only being the 1.7 inches larger on the diagonal, you are getting a lot of extra screen real estate to work with. So you are still getting quite an upgrade in terms of screen size and usability if you are a Note owner, and that was one of my fears, I guess, going into getting this tablet, was the fact that, you know, maybe compared to a 10-inch tablet it wasn't going to give me enough extra reasons to want to work with it over just sticking with the Note, but certainly there is a difference in usability. So anyway, that's it. Brief comparison to the Note, hardware tour, unboxing, and a brief demonstration to try and show you just how good this screen looks. So that's what we've got for today. So for AndroidNZ.net, this is NZ Tech Freak signing off, and we'll see you again soon.